Hello, and welcome back. Today we're playing the demo for Feed the Reactor. This is out in just a few days on Steam as of recording, so let's give it a go. So this is it. As soon as we started the game, we just started like this. It's called Feed the Reactor, so I'm guessing this is the reactor here. What have we got? An igniter. Oh, is that running away from my mouse? It is. So, damages surrounding fuel, releasing its energy. Is this fuel? Fuel. So let's get some fuels. I've got some squares up here. So I've spent all my... Am I just getting squares over time? And I'm generating... fuel, I don't know, I'm generating energy. Energy, yeah. So these are the energy upgrades. So convert energy into material. Material is required for fuel and elements. So I guess as the reactor is actively doing something, it's slowly generating material. So material in the bottom right, it's saying it's used to create fuel and elements for the reactor, can be recycled infinitely. So let's keep that going until we spend all of our squares. So I'm guessing another igniter is going to increase the speed at which we're destroying this material. And it's hard to work out if that's we're definitely getting energy per piece of material, and sometimes we're getting, what was that called? Material as well. So this is fuel, material, and energy. And we're close to unlocking a new level for our reactor. Okay, reactor level is currently 0. The next threshold is, so it's 1 a second. Okay, so this we need to be doing a lot more a second to get up to that. We've got 600 energy now, so let's spend this on the fuel to energy conversion rate a few times. Is there anything behind this? I don't think we can close this. Can't close this window now anyway. I think our single igniter is coping just fine with the amount of fuel we're using at the minute. Dump, remove all fuel. Well, let's not do that. So let's increase our maximum material. Do that again. Let's get another igniter. Okay, so we've hit the threshold. So we just got that. I didn't see what the reward was. So we can auto fuel. Oh, so that's handy. So every time we can, it's now automatically adding in more fuel. Let's increase the conversion rate and the max material. Can we zoom out or do anything else at the minute? Not by the look of it, we just want to get that rate up. So we'll let that go for a bit more. Let's get another conversion rate or 2. And then we'll turn this off and we'll get another igniter, because that seemed to increase the level, this overall energy per second of generation. Although this, I'm guessing, will also do that, because it's going to be increasing the energy generated per piece of material. Right, let's turn this off and we'll get another igniter. Wonder if this material does generate slowly over time. So let's just see if that goes up without any fuel in the reactor. It doesn't. I wonder if we can end up in a state where... Oh, is that what this minus is for? Yeah, so you could end up in a state, I could buy that now and I wouldn't have any material slots left to add any fuel. But I'm guessing I can take away an igniter and I'd get refunded. Keep increasing the amount of material slots we've got. Almost there, and so the igniter damage upgrade is coming next after this. Oh, so we don't just get that, that is now another thing we may want to be upgrading. It's hard to know if that's worth it at the minute. We seem to be doing okay. As in, our igniters aren't being overwhelmed by the amount of fuel we've got to burn through. Or is it better off to refund those and have more material capacity for fuel within the reactor? Or is it better to get that? Oh, I see, yeah, so it's better to get the turnaround. The more quickly it deals with the fuel it has, the more quickly it can get the slot back to then supply more fuel to it. So let's do that, actually. So we're doing 14 damage now. Yeah, that has increased our rate of energy per second. So what's the next reward? The next reward is a fuel/second upgrade. So we're just tipping over into that threshold ever so slightly. This is starting to fall behind speed-wise, so we're destroying them more quickly than the auto fuel is able to repopulate them. In fact, probably getting another igniter wasn't a smart choice there. Okay. So the next reward is the research tab and the flask upgrade. So fuel per second. Increase the speed of fuel injection. Oh, is this... okay. Was that a hard limit? That was nothing to do with the auto fuel. That was, I guess, maybe to stop auto clickers and things like that. So that feels more like we're back on top of what we need to be doing now. Let's increase the igniter damage. Yeah, I don't think we need any more fuel per second just yet. We seem to be on top of that pretty easily. We'll keep increasing the fuel energy conversion, or the energy stored in the fuel, and the slots, the material slots we've got. I mean, they're getting quite expensive for quite minor upgrades now. Let's get the fuel, or the material slots up to 30 total, so 4 more of these. And I wonder if our igniters are now starting to struggle to cope with them a bit. I wonder if, as we've been increasing the fuel energy required, stored within the fuel, I wonder if that's making them have more health, and so the igniters are taking longer to destroy them. Yeah, let's get another igniter in a second. We'll get this up to 30 total, like we said, and then we'll get another igniter and see what impact that has on. We're doing about 260, 270 energy a second currently. Let's see if we can, how much that improves by with another igniter. There we go, so let's pause that. Another igniter and back on. So we were at the 260, 270 before, so when this gets settled, let's see if that's improved or decreased. So far that seems worse. Okay, if that is worse, let's decrease the number of those for now, because we're better off having the material blocks spent on being able to add more fuel into the system. So let's do igniter damage then. So we've increased that now. I think that was 14 before, or 18. Now that's up to 24. And yeah, we're up into the 300 or so a second. So that's definitely the better choice. Starting to get a bit of a backup here, so let's increase the fuel per second a little bit as well. Yeah, okay, staying on top of that now. Creeping up to that threshold. Maybe a little bit more fuel per second still, actually, just to make sure we definitely stay, keep that as low, down to zero as much as possible. And let's do more fuel energy. Oh, getting very close now. We'll do another igniter damage next, I think. I think hopefully one more and we'll start creeping above that line. So close. Yeah, I think the position of those igniters matters well. When they're all clustered together, they're not, attacking as much of the fuel as they potentially could be. Oh, here we go. Stay above it. No. I'm getting Stardew Valley fishing mini-game vibes from that then. when you're trying to catch the fish. Okay, so what's this? We've got a research tab and a new upgrade here. So research per flask. Increase the amount of research in each flask produced by the flask factory. So we've got, well, it looks like we're getting at 20. I just saw that jump up by 20. 20 every some time period. Okay. So currently the research per second is hopping between 4 and 6. So we've got 200 research, so we can buy these things with our research. So what are these? So pump 101, unlock the fuel injection boosting pump, increase igniter damage by 50%, increase the research per flask, fuel energy plus 75%, get 10 material slots, I'm guessing that is, unlock the heater element, add energy tab upgrade for heater elements. So let's, okay, for now then, let's focus on getting a bit more flask research. Let's do that for now. And one of those. And a bit more fuel energy. Okay, yeah, let's get this so we get even more research per second. So we're alternating between 11 and 7 fuel per second. Let's do the pump. So the fuel boost pump doubles fuel per second and increases material by 25% temporarily. So let's have a, so if we press that, oh, so it gave us +9 material up here. Now it's got to cool down for a while. Okay, I wonder if that's useful to, if we're close to a line, you know, close to upgrading the reactor. I wonder if that's a useful way of, you know, just getting over the line. Okay, so what's these other research? We've got 600 points, so not quite enough yet. So it doesn't look like there are multiple levels of this research, it just looks like there's now additional options. So it increases igniter damage by 50%, fuel energy by 75%, obtain 10 material, unlock the heat element tab. What are these? So again, fuel energy by 75 again, and another 10 material. Okay, so that is getting more expensive over time. Let's do these in order. So we'll get the additional igniter. So it's doing 26 at the minute. So now up to 39. I mean, I suppose it's always worth having that going if it's cooled down, because it's more material getting pushed into the reactor. So what are these? So more research per flask, unlock enricher elements, and energy tab upgrade for the enricher elements. Okay, let's increase our research speed a few times, so up to 50. So are we struggling with anything currently? Get one of everything if we can. Let's just wait until we get one of these as well, although it doesn't look like we're struggling with that speed at the minute really. So we're at 600 research. Yeah, one of the igniters are starting to struggle a bit. Maybe need another one. So the next research upgrade isn't until 2.2k for an additional 10 material. What I'll do is I'll edit this after recording. If there are any lulls where we end up essentially there's not much active gameplay, we're just waiting for the research to accumulate, or slowly getting the various upgrades. Yeah, the igniters are starting to get overwhelmed a little bit in terms of how quickly they can consume the fuel. Almost. Oh, here we go. Is it only going to last while we're in the... here we go. Nice. So the next reward after this is 10 material. So flask factory. So creates an additional flask factory. So does that double our output? So we're fluctuating between 15 and 10. So if we do that... Okay, that seems. Let's get another one. Let's get as many of those as we can. Just increase that research rate. And then let's get this because it's going to unlock additional upgrades for. So this unlocks the heater element and energy tab upgrade for the heater element. So that's a multiplier. And okay, so what have we got down here? So we've got this heater buff now. Increase the heat multiplier buff. Oh, and we've got a new element here. So increases the heat multiplier, which multiplies damage to the fuel. So nothing around more energy received or anything like that. But I wonder if it's just going to be able to get through the fuel much faster. So let's pause this and let's get 2 of these heater elements in there and see what happens. So 1.6. So they're just kind of protecting making a bit of a wall there between the fuel and... Okay, so what if there's a game of balance? So they're actually a bit in the way, but them just being in the reactor is increasing the damage of the igniters by 1.6. So yes, that buff isn't very, super large necessarily. Get more fuel energy. When this pumping's off, are we falling behind in our fuel generation? Not really, no. We're up to 9k research though. So we've got, let's get another 10 material, that's excellent. Increase the research flask production. Let's get 2 more factories just to make that a grid of 9. Oh, it's gone into big purple flasks now. Let's get another material slot. Buff a little more. Yeah, I'm going to alternate, I think, between the damage now. So these heater buffs and the igniter damage itself. Let's do one more of those each. And then we'll just double check what the next upgrade is from the research tab. So fuel, so we've got a fuel upgrade, material upgrade. Fuel enrichment unlocks enricher elements. So that's at 16,000 research, so we're almost there actually, so let's wait for that. Should have that in a few, maybe 20 seconds or so. Let's do, yeah, igniter damage and heater buff again. And get the fuel enrichment. So we've got the enricher buff. Increase the buff to fuel energy. So what do these do? Each enricher increases the maximum energy of fuel entering the reactor. Okay, so let's pause this again and get two of those. Okay, so they need to touch or be within a range. Let's get... Oh, that's quite expensive actually off the bat. 11k research for the next upgrade. Unlock radioactive fuel. So the next reward here is going up to 10 material, or getting an additional 10 material. Right, so what do we want? Let's get... Yeah, we're struggling to beat them still, so let's get more igniter damage. And then we'll also get more buff. And I wonder if it's worth getting another 2 heater elements. Just so we want to get the turnaround. I wonder if it's better to have more things in here to get a faster turnaround of fuel than it is to have all the fuel just clogging up like this. I should have taken note of how much we were earning there before I did that. We can play with different configurations. So what do I want more? The fuel energy or the additional material? Let's do additional material. We'll get back up to 11k in no time at all. Yeah, almost, yeah, we're up there now. Oh, we gonna get it? Yeah, we got it. So another 10 material. Okay, so we've got this ignited damage buff, then we've got radioactive fuel, another fuel energy, more material, more ignited damage, and yeah, we're now approaching the end of the demo at that point. So I think more ignited damage still. I mean, it's the amount this is increasing by per upgrade is diminishing. So I wonder if we just do need some. Let's get 2 more igniters and another heater. Let's see. So how quickly are we getting through all that fuel now? I think that's pretty good. So let's get fuel energy up. Let's do the heater buff a bit. So we need 50k research, which we're actually a fair way away from. So we get the harness tab at this, which we're actually approaching pretty quickly. Almost over the edge there. Come on, over the pump. Where's the enrichment? Let's get that a few times. So we're almost over there before. I wonder if, part of this is how well they all align inside. Here we go, above the... I think we're going to run out of... Come on, pump. Yeah, just at the tail end of after the pump's cooling down, we just tip over it. Yeah, I think we need more damage. So what's cheaper? The buff. Hopefully that's enough to do that now. Okay, come on. Come on, yes. So we've got the energy harness tab. Next upgrade is 20 plus material. So volatility increases the base damage of all ignition sources, or increase the maximum HP of fuel. So it's not clear what do I pay for these? I'm not really sure what's happening. Is that just passive and it just goes up over time? Is it maybe based on the energy I'm earning? So I still get to keep the energy, but this goes up based on that energy. So upgrades that level up passively based on your energy output. Okay, yes, that's right then. So this is like there are some of those idle games that have that mechanic, aren't they? Where Magic Archery, I think, does that. You basically select what you want to have it working on in the background whilst you do other things, and then that will level up. Let's get that to 300%. Is that going up at 5% per level? Yeah, okay, let's get to 300% and we'll switch over to volatility. Oh, we can get radioactive fuel. And how much have we got? 60k. So what's this? Ignited damage. That's not available in the demo anyway. Let's get radioactive fuel. So release radicals when destroyed. Radicals increase the base energy multiplier for a short time. So can we switch over to that instead? So that is generating more energy. I think we were down at the 11, 12k before shifting over to... and pump also increases those. Oh, we're going to get 20 more slots. Excellent. 2 times the harness upgrades. That's another great one. So I don't know what to focus on now. Where are we struggling? Is it... Oh, we've got 3 million energy. We're generating so much energy now. Oh, are the radicals doing the energy multiplier? Yes. So yeah, switching to nuclear is excellent. We've already smashed through that. Oh, going through the next one as well. Yeah, wow, okay. Move on to a winner here. Let's do that to 200k. That fuel energy, let's also do to 500k. How are we doing with how quickly it's being populated? Are we falling behind there? Doesn't look like it. And let's get the flask factories going. And the flask research. So let's do the enricher and up to 500,000 each. The enricher and heater buff. Yeah, okay, now another 30 material. And then, okay, we win the demo when we get to 1 billion energy generated. So, factory rise, what have we got? We've only got 4 more upgrades here. Ignited damage. And fuel energy, which both require a lot. Okay, so we've got 2 additional harness upgrades. Let's go to that. Is that going to go? Yeah, so we're generating so much energy much more quickly now. This is leveling much faster. So let's get up to a few more levels. Let's set that to 55. And then, so what do these? Harnesser effectiveness. So that's going to multiply all of these by some amount. Oh, let's get up to 60 now. Just get to a nice round number. And then let's get this up to, well, that's very quickly gone up. Let's get that up to 60. And then we'll get this one up to 60 as well. Which should be a very quick boost to our materials. One more level there. And so that was only adding one per tick to our per level to our material total. I was wondering if this read the descriptions on me. So this, again, like magic archery, is increasing the speed at which these other ones level up. There are similar upgrades in those kind of idle games as well. So let's get that to 65, and then we'll put it back on volatility, I think. Yeah, so it's getting overwhelmed in here now. It's not getting through the energy as fast. Although, was there an upgrade for the radioactivity? Have we put any into that? Radical multiplier. So I'm not sure we've done any of that yet. Let's put that up to, how much have we got? Let's put that to 1 million. So we're at 82 million. We've 18% way through that billion to get to the end of the demo. Let's get all of these to 1 million cost. The fuel speed seems to still be okay. Oh no, it doesn't. So we need to do fuel energy. So let's get all these up to 1 million in cost. Oh gosh, and we've still got money to spare. Right, let's do to 10 million. Yeah, these are still being overrun. I wonder if we get a bunch more of the different elements as well added into the reactor. Get all these up to 10 million though. Oh, it's starting to run out of money. Right, let's turn it off a second, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Right, let's try that. And just like mix it all up a bit. Where did we get to? Right, we're going to beat the demo in a second. And we've got it. Okay, yeah, that research, I was going to say if we should wait for the research to do, but that's going to take too long, I think. So what are these little previews we're getting? So explosive fuel, core elements. Yeah, cool little game. Okay, let's complete the demo then. Ooh, okay. Corporal Finzo, Fishtonian Survey Forces. Initiating squirt beam message burst. Do not attempt response, Glub. Attention, unknown ship. You must be aware your power signature is lighting up like a flub-damned firework. In about 15 flubs, the sector's going to be chock full of crusties. You do not want to float around for that. For your safety, hightail directly to these coordinates. 72 or 156921. This is a direct order of Fishtonian High Command. Good luck and flub speed. There you go. That's been the demo of Feed the Reactor. As the message says, available on January 6th in a few days. Yeah, wonder what the full game will hold, and prestige mechanics and whatever else. But yeah, thanks for watching and catch you in the next one. Bye!